So I'm Karbi again. My startup is archiparti, and instead of telling you my startup first, I would like to introduce the story of me. So I was a designer, I was an architect, and then I started to do startup because I cannot tolerate a lot of things in the industry anymore. And actually, I had been thinking of doing this for the past 2 years. I waited. I always thought there will be some better person, maybe from tech background, who can do it better than me. But then nothing happened. Then at the end, I decided to do this by myself. So I will make this change to happen. A little bit about myself. I was born in Beijing, and that's important because I'm one of the lucky ones. So since I was in even undergrad or something, I started to have a lot of freelance projects. Okay, this I will come back to tell you more about it. It's archiparti. So for those 9 years, you can see left-hand side is some of the freelance project I did, and then right-hand side is all the companies that I worked for. It's very strange because I remember when I was in even undergrad or something, I was already designing, you can see some like resort planning bigger than the size of Victoria Park, or amusement park in Hangzhou, I don't know, maybe the size of Causeway Bay or something. So, I mean, I was really lucky. It's all just through connection. And then, so since pretty young, I knew I'm going to start my own firm or something. That's why I later started my journey of working in different countries for different type of offices to explore, you know, what's the best format to start an architectural office. So I worked in Tokyo, London, New York City, Hong Kong, China, of course. Super big firms that, you know, going IPO as an architectural office, or design firms, or super small firms with like 3 people or 5 people, experimental firms for university professors, of course, and the Barbican, the art group, gallery group. So I tried everything. And then probably August this year, the past August, I decided that I cannot tolerate all this anymore. I want to start it by myself. Again, the question is what kind of office to start. Well, I realized everything is not efficient, and I started archiparti. And from my freelance experience, what I learned as a typical designer's life is, first, I'm always too busy. I noticed there are several designers right here. I'm sure you share that. And I took that observation more seriously. I write serious timesheet to record how I spend my time. And I realized for all my freelances, 70% of time is management, 30% is creative work. Second observation, I'm bored. I'm bored by the industry and even my own work. Everything is kind of similar. I don't care if that's my work or someone else do the work anymore. And also for my own work, I mean, probably because of point 1, I'm too busy. That's why I don't have time to be experimental or creative, like unless I quit my full-time job and focus on my freelance or something. Like I just don't know how to find time to be more creative. Third point, actually, I'm one of the person who was benefited by this. Basically, in the design world, especially architectural interior design, most of people get projects through connection. And that's because of the first 2 points. Basically, everyone is doing similar work, so who cares? Like whoever is my friend, I will give him or her the work. But that's on the lower level. So if you want to, in Hong Kong at least, if you want to get more projects, if you want to start to do bigger projects, if you want to be involved in more important projects for the government, you really need to go out and social. And really that's connection that's driving the market. And I don't want to be part of the game. I don't want to waste my time to, you know, go out to HKIA or government department parties just to know all the officials and make the connections. I think as a creative individual, creative designer, my main task is to create something new instead of building the connection and doing same stuff again and again. So I think maybe the formula need to be replanned. So this is what's happening right now. So in the market, Hong Kong, I mean anywhere actually, Hong Kong, China, US, all the places I worked for, two ways, in terms of business model, two ways of doing an architectural office. One way is the high-end one, a superstar office. So you become super famous, you hire cheap labor, cheap interns, and then you do one project, earn a lot of money every 3 years or 5 years, and then you do a lot of projects that you don't really earn anything, but those you put a lot of effort in that's for portfolio. And then for that one project, which you earn a lot of money, you overcharge a lot. That's Ferrari business model. And then the low end is design and build. So basically it's not really from real designers. Real designers won't really do it, but like from people, like contractors with a lot of experience. So they will tell you, oh, design is for free. And then, but actually what happened is, of course, they just charge you more in the construction process. And of course, because of that competition of who can be the cheapest and who can propose the cheapest proposal at the beginning, they cannot afford good service, they cannot afford good design, they cannot, of course, afford anything creative or experimental. And that's the low end, that's the Walmart business model. I think both models are not good for anyone in the society, not good for designers, not good for homeowners, not good for contractors as well. So what can be the new formula? That's what we are trying to do. Technology is one thing everyone is talking about, and that's totally missing, especially in construction industry. So what is archiparti? First of all, archiparti is a platform to match the best team. You can see in this picture, I'm trying to draw fairness to all these three different type of people. Freelance designers, verified contractors, homeowners, they are equal in this equation. Archiparti, so the arrows indicate who can bring in project or bring out project. So of course, homeowners can bring in projects, right? But actually, for archiparti, you will see later, I will explain later, a lot of projects are actually from designers and contractors, because archiparti is a platform to best match the team. So whoever comes in with a project, we, based on some criteria, match for everyone the best team to do this project, say budget, schedule, style, and all this. And then the second important thing is, on top of being a platform, we are the tech company. We use technology to accelerate and improve efficiency. Like what I said before, for every project, 70% of the work is management, and a lot of this management works can be digitalized. So imagine that as a designer, you don't need to waste all the time to do that 70% of the work, then how much time you can save to really focus on design and do something you want to do. So that's what I was talking about. I mean, you can go to the website to read more details. Basically, we try to digitalize 70% of the non-creative work and leave the 30% of the creative work for the designers to do. So as what I said, designers were handling too much, not enough project, don't want to go social. Yeah, like basically it's eating up too much time. So freelancing is hard for this industry. And what we do is basically just give you the creative part to do. The concept is designer will earn less per project, but hourly rate will be doubled because efficiency is higher. And then you have more time to do more other projects or just to enjoy life or read books, do better for the next book, next project. For homeowners, project too small, no good teams want to get on board. Before knowing anyone, you're committed to that design firm and you only got one option. Bad surprises based on bad management. Like what I said, the Ferrari model, like too expensive. So what we do is as what I said, there's always someone waiting to serve because we have this amount of freelance designers and contractors on board always. And then also we structured our formula so every homeowner, when he proposes a project and pay the deposit, he will get 3 options instead of 1 from 3 different designers. And designers got paid for that, of course. I respect designers therefore. And then we have all this digitalized management process. So, like for example, you can see your site anytime you want. And then also for the contractor, whenever he finished a task, he need to send out photos of the task done. For example, a demolished wall or the bathroom with waterproofing done. And then archiparti designer and the homeowner need to check the box to approve the work so he can get paid. So basically, I mean, that's digitalized, a lot of work to be done by the developer, but then actually that means less site inspection by the homeowner, by the designer, or by the project manager. And then also, as what I said, because actually designer and contractors are all earning less per project, but having higher hourly rate, so the overall project sum will be lowered. So basically the ideal is the project owner can get super good design at a cheaper price. So the barrier for getting designers work is easier right now. Contractors are complaining a lot in the world as well. Endless arguments with the owner, never get full payment. And we try to solve that problem as well. Fairness is a big thing for this whole platform. So our traction, we started full-time, August. We have more than 100 designers on board, not only from Hong Kong, from China, from London. Basically, the first layer of the designers are my personal friends, and then they start to spread the word. So now we really have a very strong team of freelance designers on board, and we focus only on small, medium-sized projects. And then contractors, and then we have 7 projects under testing. This is interesting as well. So who is using our platform? Top 3. First is really small scale, typical home renovation projects. Like they just cannot be satisfied by anything in the market right now, so they turn to archiparti. Second, really they are doing really small projects, but they are not poor, they have money, they want a small job to be done nicely, so they come to archiparti. And third, really now, I guess we have 1/3 of the projects from really architects. So one case study is one of the freelance designers, somehow he got a contract with a really big furniture brand. And then the furniture brand does not really trust them as a freelance designer, so they turn to archiparti for help. So they want us to help on the construction management and to sign contract with the big furniture brand. And of course, we are here to help. Testimonials. So that's our vision. Now we are doing Hong Kong, we are doing home renovation. Of course, in the future, we want to be the largest in the world. Already, we have some projects in China. We have designers around the world. And then also, now we are doing home renovation. But I guess that's not the purpose. The purpose is more than that. So the whole design industry for small, medium-sized projects. For designer, really, that's how I started to imagine this. I want finance, location, and time freedom. I want to be in Turkey doing a project in Hong Kong with only my laptop. And then because the management thing, whatever connection thing is digitalized, I really don't need local connections. So I can do that. And then I can develop my own personal taste and test my ideas everywhere. Physical world, because homeowners, I mean, basically the project is easier for everyone. So hopefully, maybe more people will start to do small experiments for their shop, their home, their restaurant, and maybe our physical world can be more interesting and diverse. And maybe that's the way to save the industry instead of, I don't know what, hosting more forums. Like maybe it's the infrastructure and the formula that need to be changed to make the world more diverse. Yeah, so I'm very big about alternative culture. That's two things I started. First thing is what you're doing right now, the Moonlighter Apartments tour. I will want to hear more if any one of you are having some Moonlighter experiments to share it as well. And then the second thing is nude. Actually, a number of you had participated to that as well. So that one is more art related instead of like general TED or design related. But both of them is under my vision of really promoting alternative culture in Hong Kong. Yeah, that's it. Question? If not, we will just start a panel discussion. Yeah.
Also, architect, why you get broader industry? You know, for this app, you choose a freelance architect. Maybe it's the whole house owner choose the architect. So this architect only give the conception, or this architect will work from the beginning to the end until it was built.
Okay, so the structure is when the homeowner submit the project to the platform, there will be some questions like budget, schedule, like basic things like if you prefer the local designer or you want someone, in Italy but with good design and number of years of experience, something like that. So basically some questionnaires to match you to the right designers. Also, you need to pick some images as portfolio, so there's a visual matching part. Then, based on this system, the homeowner is being matched to 3 designers, and all these 3 designers will propose a conceptual design. And then the homeowner will pick one conceptual design to continuous. And then, of course, this one who got picked will continue the whole project to finish the whole project. Archiparti's role is more like project manager or site supervision, but it's less like a person there to help, but more like a software plus some human in case something happens, but that's not preferred. The idea is to do everything digitalized. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for one complete project, it's a lot of things to manage, organize. You know, only one architect. Maybe depends on his ability. Yeah, maybe he is really good at the conception. After, for the development of the project, it's really for him. He's not very good at this. Maybe the house owner need another person to develop this. I want to say between the connection between the architect and to the contractor is really complex. So how to make this connection well matched?
We are testing, but I understand that because I'm from the industry as well. So now we are only focusing on project smaller than 2,000 square feet. So it's smaller project. Usually smaller project, one person, one designer or architect or interior designer can handle it, right? And then also the whole formula is, it's still under testing, but the vision is really any designers can, perform well to the end through our support. Because say if something happened or we realize there's a problem, there's so many management systems that will red flag it before things really went wrong. So that's the idea. So because the thing is that, creativity, like I was doing freelance when I was in undergrad. So I understand that a lot of the new ideas or creativity things are coming from really inexperienced young people. So I don't want to say young or inexperienced is a bad thing for a design project. That's why I want to design this whole thing in a way that, this platform will help to provide still they're not experienced, but then we manage better, we supervise better, we can see the problem before it really happens. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So is it the designer role is just for design the project, and then for the site supervision is more part to
everyone take a responsibility, but then the workload will be much less. Like in the past, when I do my freelance, when I do for the home renovation project, probably I go to the site every 2 or 3 days, and then when the project is almost, in the last week of completion, I go twice per day or something. But then really the vision of the whole thing is, less this kind of involvement. But still, everyone, like what I said, like when the contractor send out that sentence of what is done, archiparti, the designer, and the homeowner, all of them take responsibility to check and to decide whether the contractor can be paid or not. Yeah.
So, how do homeowners find you?
How do homeowners find me?
Yeah.
They find us. I mean, no, but there's a magical thing that we are doing right now. Actually, we are partnered with several real estate companies and developers right now. So those are our first users. And then, of course, word of mouth. And then, to be honest, the first layer of customers, a lot of them were my old clients. Basically, they find me to do design, and I'm like, okay, archiparti, I'm not doing design anymore. So that's how it is right now. Yeah. Okay.
Questions. Really like the platform. But I'm really questioning how the system picks the free architect. I mean, if I'm a new architect, I don't have any real projects built, maybe I have 1 or 2, then does it make me less chance of matching? And yeah, that's the first thing.
I think that's a preference of the homeowner, because what we have, one of the matching question is, do you prefer people with exact experience? So, and then of course, because there's the visual matching part, so I mean, maybe the homeowner will only pick a real physical portfolio instead of a rendering, right? So that totally depends on them. But there are people who's like me. I mean, I appreciate young creative ideas. I don't care if there's a new project, because I believe whoever the designer is, archiparti will manage project well and get it done.
But do I have a profile and people see my profile? So I'm more like a small company on your website.
That's a very interesting question. I mean, at the beginning, like 4 months ago, I started doing the platform by showing off everyone's face, their school, their portfolio or companies, whatever shit. And designers were saying, no, we are freelance designers. We don't want to be known. So now if you go to the platform, actually from the platform you see nothing. Only after you log in, you will start to see portfolio, and still you don't know their name. You still cannot beat all those information. So only the homeowners who really submitted the project can see the information of the designers. So that helped to hide their real identity, so they can still work for their corporate life before they get famous and start their own firm. That's the idea.
Yeah, because I was thinking, to make a really fair judgment, we have to make a blind matching, just by there's 100 pictures, and within your proposal genre, let's say home renovation, the owners just kind of randomly, selected pictures and without knowing any background of that designer. That's the only chance for me as a new designer to get a job. Because if not, eventually the person with more experience, more build job will definitely get the work. So that's my concern, and I don't know.
What about competition? Did you win? You have some competition. There's different preference, but I must admit that most of the homeowners prefer someone with exact experience. That's true. And I think it will be irresponsible for me to hide those information to help you. But then you can think of other edge of yourself. Say we have this question like a competition winner or something. So you can find your other edge to win the competition, right? Yeah. And competition images, renderings. At my age, at your age, a lot of friends are starting architectural office, small boutique office by themselves. But still, if they are still doing similar things as other friends, then why? I don't understand why are you doing this? Because the life as a designer is not good before you hit that stage. So if you're not doing anything creative or interesting, then why do you want to like tolerate yourself for that period of time and do something boring. That's the whole point. So, I mean, if you have really cool design, really creative things, just post it. I'm sure someone will appreciate it. Yeah. Okay? First George. Oh, okay.
So can any designer register on your platform, or does archiparti screen out people?
Anyone can register, but you need to provide information. Say if you are licensed, how many years of experience. Yeah, like anyone can register, but we will verify if your qualifications are real. And then we will put that into the matching criteria. So if the homeowner wants someone with a license or something, then that license will make sure that's real. Yeah. Okay.
Karbi, will you be able to take up jobs from my prescription to my clients? Maybe I introduce myself. I'm a geobiologist.
Mm-hmm.
People ask me to go to the office, to the home, to find out what's wrong.
What does that mean? What kind of? What can be wrong?
Because the people want to improve their apartment or their house. But in Hong Kong, not many people can afford to have a house. Let's say apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And people want to improve the office, want to improve the staff efficiency,
Mm-hmm.
and the, let's say, apartment's residents' health condition.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go to a house and check
Mm-hmm.
the problem, like radiation,
Mm-hmm.
like high frequency radiation, low frequency radiation, earth radiation, and plastic
Interesting.
and
Mm-hmm.
chemical radiation.
Mm-hmm.
So afterwards, I give my prescription.
Mm-hmm.
Is that get rid of your Wi-Fi, or if you must use it, you have to enclose it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put your mobile phone in whenever you need your Wi-Fi. Things like this. So give them a solution, and then usually I leave them alone. Then they have to look for someone to fix up the things for them. But if someone can do the follow-up for me and understand what I'm trying to tell the owners, the homeowners, then it saves me a lot of follow-up work.
Mm-hmm.
Because these people will have to look for the renovators
Mm-hmm.
to get things done, like the cables. The cables now you see on the wall,
The exposed one. Mm-hmm.
whether it's inside the wall or on the wall, they are radiating
Mm-hmm.
a low frequency electric field and a magnetic field.
Mm-hmm.
So if happens someone's bed is near to that and you cannot change the bed's position, then something has to be done on the cable.
Mm-hmm.
And usually in Hong Kong's apartment, most people are surrounded by at least 10 neighbors. If you switch on your mobile phone and you look up the Wi-Fi, you see at least 10
Yeah.
neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if people want to live healthily, they cannot afford to have too many things roasting them.
Mm-hmm.
So then usually I ask the owners, please try to shield your walls, your windows, and if necessary, even the floor and the ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
So someone has to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
And if the owner can find someone who understands this, but still make it in a nice way,
Mm-hmm.
so with the help of, say, any young designer, and then all together, the owner will be happier. That's what I mean.
Understand.
So will you be able to do this follow-up job?
Yeah, I mean, basically what we can help is probably, I mean, that's important information for designers to learn. So maybe that's a, I don't know, lecture or something, or a teaching class to the designers or the contractors. And then basically after that, everything is
It's all
typical.
open. Yes,
It's
yes.
just finding designers and contractors. Yeah, of course the platform can do it. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Happy
okay.
to know that.
Yeah, let's talk more later.